everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. It is going to be interesting and fun because today I'm doing a collaboration video with 5 other wonderful YouTube perfume reviewers, and we are going to talk about 8 different fragrances for 4 different seasons, daytime and nighttime. And I think it'll be a lot of fun and give you all a lot to think about in terms of fragrances and options to choose from, because I love everything that all of us have. I've seen everyone's perfume collection pretty much out of all these reviewers. I love everything they have, but I think we're a little bit different in the sense that you'll definitely have a lot of choices. So to start with, the collaborators are Dr. Rose, Ruth, Amy, Boujee Fragrance, who has a huge collection that rivals Dr. Rose, and the wonderful gentleman Michael. So he's going to give us a male perspective, which will be really nice to see what a gentleman will choose. So to start with, since we are in springtime, I thought it would be good to start with that season. So I have two. I have a daytime and a nighttime. And the one that I'm picking for day is one that I've been loving probably for the last couple months. It's fairly new, and this one is Replica's Springtime in a Park. I love this one so much because it is like soft and it's powdery, and it literally does give you like this visual image of walking through a park with flowers and grass and trees, and it's just so soft but sweet enough where it's just not overly floral. So to go through the notes in this one, there's Lily of the Valley, there's Paracord, which I absolutely love, that I feel probably gives it that sweetness that I love. It has rose, it has bergamot. This one is so pretty, and any of you who have this one, let me know what you think about it. But I haven't tried any other replicas yet. Bubble Bath is on my list, but to get back to the matter at hand, I think for springtime, this one is gorgeous, and it is just, the name is perfect. Springtime in a Park. That is what this is in a bottle. It is beautiful. So I'm going to pick Replica Springtime in a Park for the daytime fragrance for my season of spring. This is for daytime. Next up, we're going to look at something that might be a little bit heavier that works in the evening, but it's still very much a springtime perfume. And that one is D.S. and Durga's White Peacock Lily. I came across this maybe 6 months ago from a lovely just fragrance fashionista who's on Instagram, and she sent me a sample of this, and I mean, it was immediately love, because at first I thought I was smelling orange blossom, and it turns out that lily was the predominant note that I was getting from this, but it has to me a lot in common with many orange blossom fragrances that I have. So to go through the notes in here, there is grapefruit, which is pretty prominent, there's white lily, there's Egyptian jasmine, there is whipped cream in this. And I think that's what makes it so different and so beautiful. There's violet, there's ambrette, there's watery notes, and there's vanilla. And jasmine, vanilla, grapefruit, this is gorgeous. And I just want to urge you guys to try this, because I don't hear about this a lot. I don't hear people talk about it, and the bottle is very nondescript. It's very straightforward, but inside of this bottle is one of the most beautiful fragrances. And I'm picking this for nighttime because it's a little more dense and a little more heavy in terms of its lasting power than Springtime in a Park, though that one is pretty long lasting also. But this one just has more oomph to it, more depth, and I think for like a springtime evening, this will be gorgeous. The lily and the grapefruit just really kind of shout out, strong enough where it works for the evening. If you overdose this in the daytime, it might be a little bit too much, but I think it works wonderful as the sun is going down. But this is another epitome of a springtime perfume. So D.S. and Durga, White Peacock Lily. Check this out if you have not. It is gorgeous. I mean, I really think you would love this one. I think if you love orange blossom, if you like lily, you would love this one. So we're gonna move to the next season after spring. So we're gonna go to summer. So this was hard because I have a good number of perfumes that I pull out for summer, but I'm gonna pull out one that I had not been appreciating until recently, and that is Aaron Lauder's Mediterranean Honeysuckle. This one is supremely gorgeous, I'm telling you. I have a thing for honeysuckle. When I was growing up, we had this big old honeysuckle bush outside of my house, or the tree, or whatever it was. Was it a tree or a bush? Whatever it was just so beautiful, and I would go up and smell. I would taste it, though you're not supposed to do that. But the scent was just so pure and so beautiful, and that is what I get from this, but with a little bit of added citrus. So when you're talking daytime in the summer, I don't think you can beat a fragrance like this. So I'll go over the notes specifically. So in this one, you have grapefruit, you have citrus, you have bergamot, there's mandarin oil, there's lily of the valley, there's gardenia. I think they melded the florals together so beautifully with the citrus, and the bergamot gives it like this nice gentle sweetness, while the grapefruit kind of amps it up. And when I'm thinking of summer, I just feel like grapefruit is that note that kind of gives you that push, like that zest, like that good mood vibe. So any of you who haven't tried Aaron Lauder's Mediterranean Honeysuckle, give it a try. Like, try a sample or what have you for summer. I think you would absolutely love this one. Not to mention, I have always loved like the just beautiful class of the bottles. Really, really pretty. So this is Aaron Lauder's Mediterranean Honeysuckle. Yeah. So for nighttime for summer, this one I think takes the cake, and this is La Vie Belle Le Clat. This is like a really deep orange blossom, and anyone who knows me knows that I absolutely love orange blossom. But this one is so beautiful. It's deep and it's rich for an orange blossom. And in here we have iris and vanilla bean in addition to the orange blossom, and the vanilla bean really gives it that sweetness and the depth, and it can be a little bit strong. So that's why I think this would be wonderful for nighttime versus day. Though you can rock it obviously either. It's powerful and strong enough where it gives that richness, where it works really well with the heat in the evening, like on a date or at dinner. It's so beautiful. So yeah, La Vie Belle Le Clat, the gorgeous orange blossom for the evening. All right, so we're gonna move toward the cooler months, so which is my very favorite time of the year, which is fall. And this was super hard. This was even more difficult than summer because I feel like a lot of my perfumes are focused more toward being warm or sweet, which is what I pull from as it gets cooler. But I had to narrow it down. So for daytime for the fall, the one that I picked, which I feel is like a classic kind of at this point, is Un Bois Veni by Serge Lutens. I have always loved this, and I just envision someone wearing a sweater, just like a really cozy turtleneck sweater, kind of walking through a park in the fall, and there are leaves coming off the trees, and you just get this really beautiful whiff of like vanilla and licorice. This one is gorgeous. So the specific notes in here are vanilla, there's sandalwood, which I love, tonka bean, which gives it that really extra nice sweetness, there's almond, there's musk, there's the black licorice. This is so beautiful for day because it's not overpowering given how sweet the notes are in this. A couple sprays and you're just going to be enveloped in this really soft, beautiful, unisex type of vanilla. It's a little bit smoky, but it works so wonderful for day, and I just see it as being something that gives you like this really cozy vibe, you know, when you're out and about during the day in the fall. It's beautiful. So Un Bois Vanille by Serge Lutens. This is my choice for daytime for the fall. Now, moving into the evening, this was a little bit difficult, but there is a fragrance that I absolutely adore, and that is Tom Ford's Noir Parfum. So delicious, and this one is truly addictive. I have to say that. There's a magic note in here, kulfi, which is an Indian dessert. And every time I put this on, I'm just envisioning just like this beautiful, unique, wonderful dessert. And it is just so sweet, but also just so beautiful and mature and sexy at the same time. So you have ginger, bitter orange, bergamot, the kulfi that I talked about, rose, my beloved orange blossom in here. There's jasmine, vanilla, amber, and sandalwood also. So pretty. I think these are some of the most gorgeous notes that come together for a fragrance. This one is beautiful. I love this one. So any of you all who know about Tom Ford's Noir Parfum know how gorgeous this is. This is definitely one of my favorites. So for a fall night, pop this on. It's sexy. It is definitely a date night type of fragrance, and it's sweet enough, floral enough, fruity just enough. It's just beautiful and just really well rounded, but so sexy and mature at the same time. So love this one for fall in the evening. Tom Ford Noir Parfum. This is definitely a favorite. So moving into the winter time, the last season, I kind of stuck again with a favorite, which is the vanilla for the daytime. And that is in Mika Left's. This is Note Vanille. This is so gorgeous, but it's a little more pronounced and heavy than the Un Bois Vanille because you have cognac, you have rum in here, vanilla. This one is so gorgeous, not to mention how beautiful this little bottle is. It feels like the juice. Like the juice is dark and rich, and that's what you get from this, but it's sweet enough where I feel like this is more of a daytime scent for the winter, but it works because you can get away with heavier scents, obviously, I feel like when it's colder outside, because it's not going to just engulf you as it would if it were like really hot. But this one is a beauty. And again, I'm just envisioning a sweater, big old coat, the snowflakes coming down, and you just get these whiffs of cognac and rum and vanilla. It is so beautiful. So gotta pull this out for winter during the day. Mika Left Note Vanille. Beautiful. And pulling up the rear, the most beautiful fragrance, and I don't see it offered that much anymore right now. This is C. This is the Parfum, and I don't see it anywhere. It is amped up in contrast to the original, which has black currant, it has patchouli, it also has vanilla, like woody notes. This is so gorgeous. This is very mature. This is not for the young ones. I see a very mature, refined woman, just really sophisticated, putting this on, and it's deep and it's dark and it's sweet, but heavy on the woodsy note part of it. This is so gorgeous, and I just feel like this is for winter, one of the winter epitome fragrances. Just deep and rich, and it's heavy, and if you put 2 or 3 sprays on this, people will smell you at least from a block away. If that wind hits, they're gonna smell you. This is gorgeous. So this is just something I feel that is wonderful for really cold nights, and you can get away with wearing something that's just incredibly thick and sweet and beautiful and just really elegant at the same time. So we have to go with C. Parfum, not Eau de Parfum, but Parfum. Gorgeous. So give this a sniff if you are able to locate it anywhere. This is gorgeous. So those are my 8 for the 4 different seasons for night and day. Let me know if you have any of these or what you think. Some of them might be a little too heavy for daytime. Let me know. I hope you enjoyed this, and please check out my collaborators and their videos. I will be checking them out because I want to know what they chose. And again, their links, breaking bottles over here, their links are in the description box. So again, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will check you all out in the next video. Bye.